Hey guys, I hopped back on. I was doing a Facebook Live, and for some reason, I don't think it was going on my timeline. So I hopped back off and started again. And hopefully you guys can see it now. So if you do see it, give me a thumbs up or heart. That way I know that you are on. I think my internet was a little bit wonky earlier, so it wasn't posting. So just give me a comment down below if you are on. Looks like some people are able to come on now. All right, cool. Yeah, for some reason it was not working earlier. I don't know what happened. So if you can hear me, if you can see it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or heart. That way I know you guys are on here. I have no idea what was happening earlier. It was showing that it was going live, but it wasn't on, I don't think it was on my page. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Doris. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sue. Hi, Aubrey. And Isabel. And Lily. All right. It looks like it's on my page now and working. Sorry about that, guys. So weird. I don't know why it did that earlier. It says my internet keeps unconnecting. So I don't know what was going on with that. All right, so like I said, we are going to be doing a fox. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up so we can get started. So like I said, if you can hear me, if you can see it, please give me a thumbs up so I know that it is working. Oh, thank you, Erin. Hi, Kristen. Okay, it looks like, okay, cool. Thumbs up, you can hear me. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get started then. So, I gotta tell you again, because like I said, I went on live before and for some reason it was not working. Oh, thank you. Okay, I think there might be a lag between me talking and me seeing your thumbs. So, we are going to be doing a fox. I'm going to be using both markers and probably watercolors today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go towards the bottom part of our picture here. And let's go ahead and go up about, let's go up around right here. And let's go ahead and draw our fox's nose. Like so. So go ahead and draw a nose. As always, when I say with pencil, always draw light because that way if you make a mistake, it's easy to erase. Then after we do our fox's nose, we're going to go ahead and come up and start off with his cheeks. And his cheeks, we're just going to do some curved lines. Hi, Randy. And then we're going to do another curved line. Oops. Let me move this sideways a little bit so I can get that curved line right. Like so. So now we have our nose, and then we have the two curved lines for the bottom of its cheeks. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of map out his head. So I'm going to come up about here. We're going to bring those two lines down and meet. And then bring this line down and meet like so. So we kind of have this little half circle. Like so. All right, next we're going to go ahead and do the little cutout of its cheeks where its nose meets the rest of its face. So we're going to go up probably about here and cut down to the nose. And then again, come up and go about here. So then now we kind of have that cut out where its cheeks are and the rest of its head. Then next, we're going to go ahead and do its eyes, and its eyes are closed. Hi, Mandy. So we're just going to do some little half circles here. Like so. All right, and then we're going to do its neck, and its neck is going to come down like this and like this. And then we need to change the sides of its face into its whiskers. So how we're going to do that is we are going to be cutting in to the sides here. So we're going to do some little zigzag lines. And then we'll go ahead and erase our extra lines. And then after you do that, you can go ahead and erase your extra lines on the side that we used to get its shape. And then this is where you can make pieces longer or shorter. So like, for example, I'm going to make this one a little bit longer, make this one a little bit longer, and then make this one a little bit longer and pointier. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then go ahead and erase those extra lines. And then you might notice, like, I've noticed that this side is a little bit shorter. So I'm going to come out and make that a little bit longer. So we have the side of our fox face here. All right, now we need to add the rest of him. So his tail kind of starts up below him like so. So we're going to go ahead and do a curved line like so. Hi, Kristen. Welcome. And then we're going to come up with this one and go a little bit outside of the frame of the picture here. Come back around to the top. And then back ending like in the middle of his head. And then if you need to like fix your line up here, you can kind of follow where you ended that tail and then come back around. Like so. So now I kind of have the basic head of my fox. I have its tail. Now I need to add the little details. So I have its ears. And its ears are about, I'd say about this way up from its head. And they're kind of like little rounded triangles. Then I'm going to do another one right here by its tail. Like so. And then I kind of like how wide this one is. So I'm going to make this one a little bit wider. Okay. Then I need to draw the inside. So I'm going to do that same shape on the inside. Like so. Like that. Then my tail needs some detail. So just kind of like we did the side of its face, we're just going to do some pointy lines up for the tip of its tail. Its neck has another little white patch right here. Like so. And then that is it for my fox. Now for the background, we kind of have some rolling hills here. So we're just going to draw a nice curved line going to the back of our fox. Like so. And then we're going to draw some trees. And they're really cute little whimsical trees. Again, I'll tag the artist who did this one. I'll try to find the name of hers. Some of these I just find like a picture on Pinterest and it doesn't say who the actual artist is, unfortunately, so I can't give them credit. But just to let you know, I am not that talented enough that I can come up with these on my own. I always have amazing artists to thank for these ideas. I just like to recreate them on my own. And hopefully do it in a way that other people can recreate the art as well. So we're just kind of doing the branch of our trees here. And then just erasing any extra lines. Like so. And then the artist put these like really cool, whimsical looking trees, just like a little bulb around the branches. And then the background, you have some like far off trees. So we're gonna do that same shape, just kind of coming up, doing some little rectangular branches. And a nice whimsical round tree. Around here, do another one off in the distance. Again, little rectangular. Let me scoot this down a little bit so you can see my trees. Little rectangular branches. Like so, and then another whimsical tree. And then one last tree to the side here behind our fox. Another trunk. Some little rectangular branches. And then this one's kind of half covered by this tree, so we just have a little half one. Then go ahead and go through and erase any of your pencil lines that will be covered by your tree. I'm going to make sure that you wouldn't be able to see parts of your background here, like the hill line, because your tree would be covering it. So just make sure you do that. You would make sure you erase the tree line from your trunk here. Same thing with these guys. All right, like so. So that is all of our detail. And now we got to go to the fun part, which is the coloring one. Hi, Rita. My mom was saying you stopped by the store the other day and said hi. Hi, Carrie. All right, so we have an adorable orange fox today. So I'm actually thinking I'm just going to use my brush pens on my fox and possibly my trees, and then I might do the background in watercolors. We'll just see where it leads us. So I'm going in with my orange. And this is just a, what are these called? Thanks, Rita. A dual brush pen, Tombow. I love the Tombow markers. They're so fun. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Ashley. So I'm just going to trace my line. And then I'm going to color this all in. Thanks for the hearts, Isabel and Lily. Hi, Cole. All right, so we have the orange head of our fox. Then I'm going to go ahead and do all the rest of the orange parts. So I'm going to do its body. And then its tail is completely orange except for the white little tuft we made. So I'm going to go ahead and first trace those lines. And then I'm going to color in the entire tail. I'm going to trace the outside edge of this ear so I don't accidentally get in there. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Susie. Then we're going to go ahead and color that one in. And actually, it's okay if I get in my ear, like this part right here, because that outer edge of his ear is going to be orange. And then I'll outline it in black so it stands out from his tail. So if you get right there, that's okay. So I'm going to trace the outside edge of his whiskers so I don't accidentally get those because we want to leave those white. Then go for the rest of his tail. And coming around. Hi, Joe. Welcome. All right, so now I'm just cleaning up any white spots I might have left on his tail. I'm going to go for this other ear. How's your coloring going along, Joe? You were telling me about that scripture coloring book you got. And then if you want, you can always take your markers and kind of fix any, maybe you made something too big or too small. Okay, so there is my fox. I left all the parts white that I wanted to. I'm thinking I'm going to do my tree colors first, and then I'm going to go in with the color of their branches. And I might just use marker instead of watercolors today. And kind of play it by ear how I like how it's looking. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with like a kind of a dark burgundy red, and I'm just going to color. I'm actually going to color over, let's see, do I want to color over those? It's kind of dark. I'm not going to color over my branches, just in case I can't see them once I color them. So I'll go ahead and go around the edges. And I'm just going to make a solid burgundy tree here. Again, just tracing around my edges. Following the full shape of the tree I did here. Making sure I get all of my white. These Tombow markers are really nice because they're not like my watercolor markers that dry out if you use them too fast. With the Tombow, you can really, actually here, I'll do this burgundy guy because he's burgundy too. The Tombow markers, you can draw as fast as you want and you won't dry out because they are like regular markers. Hi, Pastor Eric. Okay, so those are all the things that are going to be burgundy. And then next I have some yellow trees. So I'm going to go in with my yellow. And I have this yellow tree right here. Let's see if that's yellow enough. Oh, yeah. And then on this one, I don't mind coloring over my branches because this is much lighter than black and I will be able to see it. So I'm just going to go ahead and color that tree. And this tree. So, all right. And then I think I'm going to go over with, I'm going to do my grass and my sky. Then I'll do black last. So for my grass, I think I'm going to pick my lighter green, which is this one. And I'm going to color all of my grass green. Again, going really slowly. Like I always like to do, I like to outline the outside of what I'm drawing. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Just so I don't get in there with my color. And then color in a chunk. I used to do this all the time when I was little too, coloring in a coloring book. I used to outline whatever I was drawing in that color so I wouldn't accidentally get in there. But it makes a nice clean line too. Okay, so now I'm going to get in between his tail and his neck here. Again, outlining that piece. And then, let me see if this will work. These also have like a really skinny edge. So you can get into those tighter places. I'm going to color this in. Then you can just color it in really fast once you have those edges done, which is nice. Okay. Then I'm going to come around the outside of my tail. Same thing, outline. Excuse my air freshener that keeps going off. Okay. Then I'm going to go around the top part of my fox here. Then tracing that outline. I'm going to come up around his ear. Did anyone else do this when they were kids? Like trace the outlines and then color it in? Or am I the only meticulous 7, 8-year-old? If you're just joining us and you want to do this project, when the Facebook Live is over, you can always rewatch it. You can pause it, rewind it. That way it's a little bit easier to start from the beginning. But please feel free watching me finish. I think it's something very soothing to watch somebody color or paint. I love watching people paint. Sometimes I like watching those like fast ones where they like do a little speed up track of it. All right, then I'm going to go around, and this is where I need to be really particular because there's a lot of different little parts over here. We want to make sure we still get that crisp line on the horizon and get around those trees and keep them nice and round. All right. And then I have just one little edge I want to get right here. Okay. So now I'm going to do my sky, and then we're going to do our black. So for sky, I only have one color blue on my markers here. So I'm actually going to scoot in, get rid of all of my eraser shavings here. Like so, then come around this edge. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for joining us. Stephanie, when I finish this live, you can start it over for Drew. I tried to invite you to it because I know you said Drew wanted to join me. I'll do it again tomorrow at 2 p.m. So now that you figured it out, you can join us tomorrow. Hi, Katie. Hi, Jan. All right, so now we have our sky, and then last is our black. And I always think that black really finishes everything off because it gives it a nice sharp edge, gives dimension to things like this ear that's kind of blended into this tail. So I always love going over everything in black when I'm done. So speaking of this ear, let's go ahead and do it. But you do have to be careful when you're tracing in black because it is the end all be all. If you make a mistake with it, you're kind of stuck with it unless you change it into like a stripe or something. So I'm just going to do all of my outlines. Trace his eye. And this is kind of where you can clean up if you made any, if you overdrew with a certain color. You can make your line thicker or thinner, depending on what you need. I'm gonna color his cute little nose black. So we're just tracing through all of ours. I'm going to go ahead and do the trees real quick, because the inside of these trees are black. Going on to the next one. Hi, Brenda. Welcome. And then I think I'm going to make this one a little bit longer. Like so. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go back and trace my fox. I'm going to trace the outside edge of these little fur marks here. Hi, Krista. As we're finishing up here, don't forget, you can always share these with your friends that have kids or that just want to do an art project at home with the family. That is the reason I do these. Hopefully gives your kids something fun to do, or gives you something fun to do, as we're all kind of quarantined right now. And I try to devise these projects around something you'd have around the house, like crayons, color pencils, markers. You can use computer paper, scrap paper, line paper, whatever you have. And as always, when you're done, I'd love to see your pictures. Post a photo comment, tag me in it on your page, whatever you would like to do. And that is our little fox here. So I'm double checking, make sure the one thing I do want to do is I want to cut this horizon line with a black line. Make sure I get all of my details. And as always, sign it and date it. I hope you guys had a fun time watching, as much fun as I had doing this. And as always, if you do the project, I would love to see it, guys. All right, have a great day. Happy Tuesday. Bye.